This video starts, if you guys could drop a like on today's video, that would be much appreciated. It takes literally 2 seconds out of your day. Click the thumbs up. You guys are already listening to my voice and it helps a lot with the video and the YouTube channel. Now, today's video is probably the most highly requested video that I've seen in my YouTube comments for NBA 2K23. I've seen people talking about this on Twitter, YouTube, and basically any space in regards to NBA 2K23. This video topic has been the topic of discussion. Now, before I jump into this, I would like to make a disclaimer. I can't believe that I have to make a disclaimer for this, but I know there's going to be people who see this video and are not subscribed to the channel or see this video and just want to think that I'm complaining about NBA 2K23 already. Just to make this clear, I don't think NBA 2K23 is a bad game. I think NBA 2K23 is actually a good game this year. I enjoy the fact that you have to green to make jump shots. My only real complaint about NBA 2K23, the game its actual self, is the paint defense. I've played about over 300 park games and 23+% contested layups always go in. It's ridiculous. But other than that, I think the game is good. But this right here that we're talking about is not something to do with the actual gameplay itself. It has to do with the microtransactions that seem to be absolutely insane this year. And the reason why I don't think anyone's talking about this is for two specific reasons. I think the first reason is that a majority of these content creators who have a platform are 2K Next makers, meaning that they are partnered with 2K, and it doesn't make sense for someone to be partnered with a product or a service and to sit there and criticize it, because that seems like an easy way for you to lose your sponsorship and for you to lose money out of your own pocket. And the second reason I think is because 2K is still in a honeymoon stage, meaning that the people don't want to complain about 2K because they don't want to be looked at as that person that is, oh, you're complaining about 2K already, to stop playing the game. I think that narrative needs to stop, because if you pay a certain amount of money for a product, especially 2K, you should be allowed to criticize the product regardless of how early the game has been out. And for this, I'm talking about the VC. Now, the original reason why I actually ended up making this video, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm finally going to talk about this, was mainly my YouTube comments. I'm going to show a couple comments on the screen where people are talking about how one little upgrade has costed so much VC for their player, which is insane. Like, I've seen some of these numbers. I'm a 96 overall. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm a 96 overall. In my upgrades, I don't even have enough VC. Keep in mind, I already spent $150 on VC. I bought 450,000 VC, and I haven't even maxed one of my players. Keep in mind, I did buy animations, I did buy clothes, whatever, but I want to talk about this tweet in specific so you guys can get an understanding of what's going on. So iPod King Carter went ahead and tweeted out this: you can make over 100,000 VC if you finish the My Career storyline. Okay? Now listen, playing the My Career storyline, that is going to take a lot of time. And I know there's going to be people like, oh, you guys don't want to grind, you guys don't want to spend time in the game. No, that's not the case at all. 100k VC, sure, whatever, that's cool. You can play the My Career storyline and make VC while doing it. Now keep in mind, if you're not buying VC, you're going through that entire My Career storyline as a 60 overall, okay? I just want you to keep this in mind. So you're playing your My Careers as a 60 overall because you have to play My Career to advance to the My Career storyline. That's just how it goes. So what I did is I went to my player and is a 60 overall and I upgraded him. So you guys got to see on your screen right here, I'm a 60 overall. I did my rebirth build, my center, and I went ahead and I upgraded him and I stopped at 100,000 VC. So on your screen here, you could see that that only gets me to a 77 overall. And keep in mind, that's from playing the entire My Career storyline. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be incredibly boring, even though I feel like that's kind of ignorant to say because I feel like there are people who actually enjoy the My Career storyline. So I apologize if that is a little bit ignorant. But for me, myself, and a majority of people watching this video, we don't play the My Career storyline. Matter of fact, type the number 2 if you do play the My Career storyline, and type the number 4 if you do not play the My Career storyline. But 100k VC will get you to 77 overall. Now, the interesting thing about the 100k VC is that the pre-order edition, the highest edition that you could get, that would cost you $150, gave you 100k VC. So let's say you bought 2K to play Park, My Career, whatever. You're like, okay, I got the most expensive version. I got 100k VC. My player is at least going to be usable. He's a 77 overall. If you go to the park as a 77 overall, more than likely than not, you are not going to have a good time. And keep in mind, if you look at my upgrades on this guy that I did, not every category is upgraded to the highest. The more you upgrade in a category, the more expensive it is. For example, my 3 is a 76. If I made my 3 an 86, that would cost over 100K unless I drop something from a different category. So 100K VC will get you to a 77 overall. And that's from a $2 or $150 pre-order version of 2K. So many examples of the cost of people to be able to upgrade their player when they get into the late 90 overalls. Like here is another example with a screenshot. So this person right here went from 98 to 99 overall, and it cost them 43K VC to upgrade 1 overall, which is absolutely insane. And another thing I want to talk about is Rebirth. Now, Rebirth is a cool feature. You start at a 90 overall. Well, you don't start at a 90 overall. You're able to upgrade to a 90 overall as opposed to an 85. So on your screen here, I went ahead and I am making my Rebirth build, which is the same center that I showed you guys earlier, from a 60 overall to a 90 overall. Instead of stopping at 100K VC, I'm just going to max out my players. So when I end up maxing out my player, it ends up coming out to be 252K to get from a 60 overall to a 90 overall. Keep in mind that the first player that you get has to be a 90 overall before you can actually get the Rebirth feature, meaning that you're going to be spending 250K VC on your first build. And this is another thing that I have a personal issue with. There should be a way, especially this year with how intricate and how difficult the builder is, there needs to be something implemented that you can actually test your build. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you can test your build in the My Career. No, you can't. The real testing of your My Career for a majority of people is to go online and play with your build online. I know there's some people who play My Career. Sorry if I'm being ignorant towards you guys. But a lot of people that I know who watch these videos play online. There isn't really a way to test your build online unless you go out, spend money on it, and then if you don't like it, you have to remake your new build, which is done through Rebirth. So your Rebirth build is going to cost you $250,000. Now, keep in mind, if you do the math on that, that is $500K already spent on 2 players. If you keep with the same build, it's going to be the same amount too. You're going to be spending over $400,000 on the same build. Keep in mind, that's not for animations, that's not from anything included, and there's no way to earn VC. People are saying, oh, just play My Career, just do this. There is no way to actually earn a decent amount of VC to actually be able to pay for your player. And there was actually an article that was written up by a guy on Twitter who goes by the name of So, and this is what he said. He said, if you play on default pro difficulty in 5-minute quarters, you make about 1,000 VC a game with the lowered salary. Maybe a bit more as in-game endorsement money comes. You can also make money from daily prizes and events, which from the daily spin, you have to get lucky. But regardless of that, if you played all 82 games in a season and the maximum of 28 playoff games, you would likely be making something like 160K VC. And to max out, you need roughly 450K VC this year, which by the way costs you $150. But with the animations and clothes, let's just roughly say 500K. It would take you 3 seasons of playing every game to max out your build. Between the 5-minute quarters, the stoppages, and the loading, the average game would be about 25 minutes. That would mean it would take about 138 hours to max your build. Now, if you do that, and if you round all the numbers, let's say you do 2 hours a day, which I think is a fair amount of 2K, 14 hours a week, it would take almost 2.5 months to max one build. Now, I think a majority of people playing 2K are going to play more than 2 hours, but let's just say you're a casual player who actually has a life outside of the game. That's going to take you 2.5 months to max out one build. The thing is it's more pricey to upgrade your player this year, but there is no way to actually go out and earn VC. And I don't want to hear anyone in the comments saying, oh, you guys asked for a grind, you finally got a grind, and you're complaining. No. It should not cost anybody in any video game who have paid $150 on the game, got their 100K VC, it should not cost anyone 40K VC to upgrade one overall. I myself am a 96 overall, and I don't have enough VC to go to 97, and I've already spent $300 on the game. That is just absolutely insane to me. But anyways, I am very, very curious on your guys' opinions. Type in the chat the number, or not the chat, type in the comments the number 6 if you got to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I gave as much information as possible. Make sure to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.